Are you terrified of decorating for Halloween? And I don't mean because of the ghosts and ghouls, I mean because it is so expensive to decorate tastefully. Well, in today's video, I'm actually going to share some hacks and DIYs that will give you that Pottery Barn look for a fraction of the price, and you will be entirely set for Halloween and the entire fall season. If that seems up your alley, be sure to smash that subscribe button, keep on watching, and I do want to say thanks to Cricut for sponsoring today's video, but I'll tell you more about Cricut a little bit later on. Let's get into today's video. So by far, the easiest way to get some fall spirit into your home, fall, winter, doesn't matter, is to add some faux fur. Faux fur is the best and easiest way to do that because not only does it look good, but you will stay warm. I don't know about you, I live here in Pittsburgh and I'm cold. I have on my wool socks as I'm filming today's video. This is no joke. So adding faux fur adds so much texture. It almost reminds me of kind of like a Christmas tree skirt, but on your furniture. And they're very easy because they're throw blankets, you just throw them and you are good to go. It always looks best if you implement something that has warm tones in it, because when you think fall, you think burgundy, you think brown, you think rust, right? So if you can find brown faux furs or black faux furs with brown in them or white faux fur with brown in it, that is the way to really give that fall look. If you're not really into faux fur, just try to incorporate those colors I just spoke to. So brown, those really deep dark greens, the burgundies, the rusty orange yellows, those are colors that really embody fall. So just look outside, see the colors that are kind of permeating the scenery and bring those indoors. Another easy way to add cheer comes down to your faux florals, your real floras, things like that. So something I like to do for every season, you're probably like, Kiva, what's wrong with you? I like to switch out my trees. So I actually have a faux maple tree that I like to bring out in the fall. I have more tropical trees in the summer. I have a dogwood for the spring. And obviously I have Christmas trees in the winter. So if you can have different faux trees or real trees for the different seasons, I think that helps a lot because it really integrates that color palette in a more natural way. I will also switch out my centerpieces that are florals. So I just whipped up a really quick and easy centerpiece using florals I found from all of my favorite craft stores, and I put it on my coffee table. And again, it has the browns, the burgundies, the greens, the yellows, all those colors that we talk about that kind of signify fall. They are there, but again, I've not replaced. The only thing I've replaced was that other floral arrangement, and it really brings the colors together and sets the tone without me having to go overboard with pumpkins and skeletons and spider webs and things like that. Now, one of the ways that I think Halloween and fall kind of gets ruined is that the decor becomes a little cheesy, right? We want a little ode to the ghosts and the skeletons and all that stuff, but we don't want to go overboard. So the way I wanted to do that was to actually take some little Halloween figures and put them on my pillow covers. So I actually found this blanket from Pottery Barn that said Boo on it, but it was $79 and that just felt egregious to me. So I decided I was going to recreate it on a pillow cover using my Cricut Explore 3. And I do again want to say thanks to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. So if you do not know what Cricut is, I am Cricut's #1 fan. If I am sad, I'm gonna Cricut. So Cricut makes these smart cutting machines, and basically they can cut anything, whether you draw it on your iPad, whether you pull for the tons and tons of free images they have on the Cricut design space. So again, this blanket from Pottery Barn was $79, and I wanted to make that at a fraction of the price, and I wanted to put it on a pillow cover. So first things first, I went into Cricut design space, and I chose one of their many free fonts and just wrote the word Boo. And I tried to look for a font that was as similar to like the Pottery Barn blanket as I could get. So I decided on this one. All I had to do is click make it, turn on my Cricut Explore 3, and we were good to go. I actually loaded in some smart iron-on vinyl. I love the smart iron-on vinyl because I love that I don't have to use a backing. I can just load the vinyl in there and it cut out the Boo in a matter of seconds. Then I grabbed my weeding tool, I weeded out the Boo, and then I started heating up my Cricut Easy Press. So the Cricut Easy Press is definitely my favorite item from Cricut because you can actually take any designs that you make yourself, anything that you design on the Cricut design space, and put it on fabric. So I decided that I wanted to put Boo on this pillow cover, so I just heated up my Cricut Easy Press. I just pressed it and I came out with this gorgeous Boo pillow cover. I love that the font is really modern, it's contemporary, and it really reminds me of that blanket from Pottery Barn, but for a fraction of the price. I cannot tell you how many pillow covers I was able to make out of this one roll of vinyl. This really beats the price that I would have paid at Pottery Barn or Crate & Barrel. I loved this boo pillow cover so much that I decided to do it again and do one that said trick or treat. Again, the really modern look to it, really sticking to my contemporary color palette, made it look a little bit more sophisticated than something that said boo all over it and bright orange and bright green and bright yellow or something like that. Now, I also saw these hand towels from Crate & Barrel that I thought were so cute with this little ghost, and I was like, I have to create this little ghost. So I went back into Cricut Design Space and I found this ghost. Again, Cricut Design Space has tons and tons of images already in there that are entirely free. So I just put this ghost in white. I followed the exact same directions as I did to create those other pillows. And I just put this on one of the pillowcases that I manufactured. So it didn't really cost me anything at all. And now I have this cute, really minimal, chic ghost pillow cover that really adds a little bit of Halloween fall spirit to my home without feeling tacky. The Cricut products, whether that could be the Cricut Explore 3 or the Cricut Easy Press, really allow you to create anything you want, whether that be holiday decor, gifts for people in your life. I even use it to customize my dog's clothes. I absolutely love it because it allows you to get that decor for every season really affordably and really easily, and it allows all of the ideas that are in your head kind of to roll out onto the materials. And again, using Cricut Design Space is so easy. Anyone can do it, and you can actually find all of my designs on my Cricut. So I have it linked down below, and you can do any of the designs I've ever done on Cricut there. I have them all saved there so that you can recreate them. And if you want to give Cricut a try, I do have all of my favorite products linked down below so that you can pick them up and design with me. The next holiday decorating hack I want to share with you actually has to do with your glassware. So I love glassware, but all glassware in my opinion pretty much looks the same. A $50 cup is the same thing as a $2 cup in my opinion. So what I like to do is actually go and grab really cheap glassware from Dollar Tree. It's just $1.25 a cup, and you really can't get a cup cheaper than that. And I grab my Cricut vinyl and I will cut out something that is seasonal. So you can see right here, I created this cup. All I did is I found some ghosts on Cricut Design Space. I cut them, I weeded them, and I just put them on here with permanent vinyl. So with permanent vinyl, you can wash it, it's durable, so you can drink out of it and you are good to go. I just put everything on the outside, so I'm not touching it when I'm drinking it or anything like that. You can also do this with removable vinyl, but this is a great way to get an elevated look for less. I've seen these cups at luxury stores for $8 a cup. $14 a cup. No way. I was able to do this for probably $2 cumulatively, and it is a great little touch. The next way to incorporate Halloween decor without looking tacky is to add, not replace. Now, Kiva, what does that mean? That means that I want you to add those decorative accents like those little skeleton hands or a little spooky candle, but I don't want you to eliminate those more contemporary modern stylings that you already have. A lot of the times when it comes to fall season, people will take all of their decor and just like store it away for the season, and then they'll put out 20 pumpkins and 20 this and 20 that, which I think it's cute, and you know, for some design styles it works, but if you want it to be tasteful, keep your existing decorative bowl, right? But instead of maybe having moss in it, maybe you'll put pine cones or little skeleton heads in it, or maybe you'll put pumpkins in it. Instead of getting rid of your coffee table books, maybe you'll add like a little skeleton hand somewhere on top of it, just to take the design to the next level. You don't have to do all Halloween or all fall. You can integrate, you can add without replacing. The next little hack that I love to do for the fall season is to add more candles. So we love candles, but real candles can be a fire hazard, right? Because you have to watch them and they burn through. So you burn through them and you have to replace them and replace them. So a lot of the times people like to pick up the faux candles from Dollar Tree, but they don't look super realistic. I'm just gonna say it. So what I like to do is actually grab one of their big pillar candles, melt it down using a pot of water, and dip those fake candles in that melted wax. This way I give my fake candles the real look so that they look like real candles. They're covered in wax even though they're fake, and I'm able to use them with the batteries so that they will burn technically forever and still have a more realistic look, because there's nothing worse than a really fake looking candle. It kind of defeats the purpose, but replacing your candles all the time can be very costly, and sometimes we just don't want to have to worry about that fire hazard. So that's a great hack I like to use for each and every holiday season. I also want to share another easy hack, and that is to pick up little decorative tchotchkes, whether they be skeleton hands or bats from your favorite craft store or from Dollar Tree, and use them as napkin rings. So I found these little bats in Dollar Tree and I thought they were super cute, and I was like, how can I use these? So what I did is I got these bats and I actually just used hot glue to connect a hair clip to them so that it would actually form a closure. So I just glued that clip on, created that closure, and now the wings are able to wrap around that napkin. This is a great way to kind of like have a DIY little napkin ring that is in theme without breaking the bank, because again, this bat was $1.25. And if you didn't want to use the hair clip to create that seal, you truly could just have like the bat body sitting on top, and the weight of that bat body with the wings folded over will create that seal. And then you can really easily store these for season after season. So this is a good thing to do with like little bats, but you can also do this with like mini wreaths that you might find at your favorite craft store. Just put your napkins inside of them, and then you have a really easy DIY curtain ring that you got for a fraction of the price of a real one. Another way to infuse Halloween decor tastefully in your home is to actually switch up the screensaver on your TV. So whether you have a frame TV or not, you can actually create screensavers on pretty much any television. So just use one that is fall in nature. So whether that be a photograph that you took of the outdoors or something that has more of those fall colors in it, that can be a great way to kind of implement that fall Halloween spirit. I always have this painting up truly year round. I should take my own advice, but it has all of the colors that you commonly see in the fall time, so therefore it works really well. I also already spoke to candles, but something else you can add is a fire pit. I love to have fire pits all throughout my home. It honestly saves me money on heat, but again, the flames are really reminiscent of Halloween. Anytime you see a Halloween movie, they always have a bonfire or something like that, so that is a great way to kind of implement it without having to have a whole fire set up in your home, because please don't do that. And last but certainly not least, the next way to really infuse Halloween spirit, fall spirit into the home tastefully is through scent. You can always get cinnamon incense. You can actually just boil cinnamon sticks and go for really spicy fall scents that kind of have cinnamon in them or clove in them. That again really fills the home with that spirit. And remember that the way that we experience the home isn't just visually, it also comes down to the auditory and the gustatory and the olfactory and all of those things. So take those into consideration. But that's it for today's video. Those are a few hacks on how to tastefully integrate Halloween and fall decor into your home without it looking tacky. And I gave you tons of tips on how you can create your own designs for fall using your Cricut. And if you do want to give Cricut a try, be sure to head down to my description box, because I've linked all of my favorite products down below, as well as my own designs on Cricut Design Space, so that you can give them a try too. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check me out on Instagram. And until next time, have a beautiful day.